So this is a obviously picture of the dissected frog. So the quiz tomorrow will be pictures like this, but then there will be arrows pointing to different organs for you to identify. So we'll go through some of the important ones. So raise your hand if you could tell me, what organ are these arrows pointing to? Anthony?
Liver.
Yeah, that's the liver. The liver is a really easy one to identify. It's really big, it's gray, it's right in the middle of the frog. It's the largest organ that you see. It's got 3 lobes in the frog. So the liver's pretty easy. What is the function of the liver? Has a couple different jobs. Amna? Yeah, it helps filter the blood, and it also makes bile. So those are 2 important functions. On the quiz, if it has 2 functions, you have to list them both. Now, I don't like this picture because of the color of the organ. None of you had this organ that was this color when you dissected your frog. When you did this, they were grayish green or yellowish. So what is this organ pointing to, Bella?
Gallbladder.
That's the gallbladder. You'll notice the probe is holding up the liver. We're looking just underneath it. Yeah, I don't know why this one is so dark. I don't know if it's the lighting or something weird about this frog, but that's little small round thing. If it's gray or green, deflated pea, that's the gallbladder. What does it do? Megan?
It stores bile.
Yeah, it stores the bile that the liver produces. So the liver makes bile, sends it into the gallbladder to be stored until it's needed. All right, now here, you got to look pretty closely. It's pointing to this thing, or you could see it here. You don't know what that is? Remember?
Bile duct?
No. Amna?
Sperm duct?
Yes. So that's the sperm duct. There's no other tube that's that small in the frog. It's really, really small, and goes down the sides of the frog. That's sperm duct. Really small, kind of curvy. What does it do? The name tells you exactly what it does, really. Else?
Transport sperm to cloaca.
Yeah, it transports the sperm from the testes to the cloaca. So some of you did not have a male frog. So you may not have seen the sperm duct. In this case, you may not have seen this if you did have a male frog. Leah, you know what this is?
Oh, I have a question.
Okay.
So on the quiz, do we have a male frog and a female frog?
It might be either one, yeah. It might be mixed pictures. Yeah. Amna?
I also have a question. What color is this sperm duct?
It's just like, not quite white, but like just a cream color, I guess. Not quite, but close. Oviduct. That's oviduct. Remember, it looks like mashed potatoes, sort of. There's a lot of it. Because again, those of you that have eggs in your frog, they get all filled up with those eggs before they're released. And the function of the oviduct? Megan?
Produces sex and estrogen.
Well, that's ovaries. The ovaries produce the eggs and the estrogen, but the oviduct doesn't produce them. No?
Transports the eggs to the cloaca.
Yeah, it transports the eggs, takes them from the ovary out of the body through the cloaca. So this is pointing here. It was described in your lab. I don't think this is on your organ sheet. It's pointing to these 2 little bumps here. Remember what they were? Connor?
The nose.
What?
The nose.
No? I think you're thinking these nostrils here, but in between them there's these bumps. Alex?
They're like its teeth.
Yeah, they're called Vomerine teeth. And they're not like teeth like you would imagine. They're not teeth like ours or anything like that. They're just these bumps that kind of help it to grip its prey. Because the frog doesn't chew up its food. It just swallows it. So those teeth help it to grasp the food while it's kind of slurping it down.
Do we have to label this?
Maybe.
you have to explain what the Vomerine Teeth do?
Yeah.
Okay, so can you tell me?
They help the frog just hold its prey. All right, this one you got to kind of look carefully. I don't know what organ the probe and the arrow are both touching. Call it?
Large intestine.
Yeah, that's the large intestine. It's the very end of the digestive tract. It's not very long. It's pretty short. And what is the large intestine's function? Well, yeah, it absorbs the excess water that's still in the undigested.
So does the small intestine then just lead to the large intestine?
Yep, they connect. Esophagus, the stomach. It's all basically just one tube. You know, some are wider than others, and they're structured a little differently, but pretty much.
What's the thing above it though? Curve thing? Is
There?
that the small intestine?
Well, here is not.
That's so small.
We'll get to that in a minute. I'll come back to that, Brian. That's the question. How about this? This is a frog. Most of the digestive organs are removed, so you could see into the far back of it. And we're pointing to these reddish, brownish things in the back. Alex?
Kidney?
Yep, they're the kidneys. Their job? What do they do? Well, filter the blood. They make urine with the waste from the blood.
What color is it?
They're like reddish brown almost. All right, how about this? Some of you saw it, some of you did not in your frog. Yeah, those are the testes. This is a male frog. Their job, Connor? Create sperm and also testosterone. See the little bit of the sperm duct here. So a tiny curly tube. Brian?
Lungs?
Yep, lungs. Both sides of the heart, they're spongy, kind of reddish a little bit, depends on the frog you have. Their job? Annabelle?
They take in oxygen and
Yep, taking oxygen also helps to release carbon dioxide. Anthony?
stomach.
Yep, stomach. It's on the frog's left side, just under the liver. Function? Well,
It's that food in the
yeah, digest food, has hydrochloric acid in it, produces chyme, all those things.
What is this part right here?
Oviducts. How about this arrow? Connor?
I think this is
The
wrong.
arrow, not the probe.
Oh. The pancreas?
No. Yeah,
Small intestine.
that's small intestine, yep. That's where nutrients are absorbed and also digestion continues. Your question on that?
Yeah, is this stomach under the liver?
Yep, it's on the left side, just under the liver. All right, it's the same view almost. Now the probe is touching it. Alex?
Pancreas?
No.
Spleen?
Spleen. It's a red little ball tucked behind the digestive organs. It helps filter, destroy, recycle red blood cells. Emily?
Fat bone?
Fat bodies. Store energy for hibernation. Call it?
The heart.
It's the heart. Pumps blood. 3 chambers. 2 atrium and ventricle. Calvin?
I just had it. Oh, on the type.
Tympanum, yep. Tympanic membrane sometimes. What is it? Penrith?
It's an external eardrum.
Yeah, it's the eardrum. What's that? How's it attached? Yeah. I think a lot of you are expecting to see like a little roller in there, like see in the cartoons, like out. It's more like that's how it gets its food. It's like unfolds quickly and folds back in. It's attached to the front, so it can just unfold and grab that. Also, it does shrivel up a little bit when the frog's dead and then preserved it. It would be somewhat longer, but that's how their tongue is. It's attached up here. You wanted it to be a little. All right. Any questions about any of these organs? We did the important ones you'll need to know for tomorrow. Pancreas. Let's see if we can see it in one of these. Yeah, this is the pancreas. It's tucked in the curve of the stomach. Yeah, this stuff here. It's really not much to see. All right. Any other questions about the organs? All right, this presentation will be online too if you want to watch the video to help you review. I also have a diagram that I'll give you in a minute. You can label, although a diagram doesn't really look like the actual frog sometimes, but it can help you at least understand a little bit about where things are situated. Emily?
Are the ones that just got went over the only ones we need to know for the test?
I think. Because what did we not cover that's on the sheet? Yeah. Yeah, you don't need those. Yeah, so I'll say the ones we went over are the ones you should know.
Can you go back to the song?
Was it forward for me? I think so, right? Yeah, there you go.
Wait, what? Is it like a brown, like
It's this, like this stuff.
those 2 lines?
It's like a raisin.
Yeah, it's just I guess like a raisin, like a walnut in there. It's in the very back. Yeah, they're reddish brown. All right.